setup.
Look
at
we're
this.
ready to go.
Look at this setup.
We're live right now. I don't know if this is gonna make it unless you say something really funny.
Unless you say something really funny. I'm not funny, so I have nothing to say.
Nice. So
That's
why
I'm
you started
my
recording.
hands.
Okay, cool.
Because I walk dogs.
In New York now, it's like the more dressed down you look, I think the more people appreciate it. Even going out now, like this, I really don't even wear jeans anymore. I can't.
It's
so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, no, I'm over any form of jean waistbands. Although I still sometimes wear them on stage. But like, I swear the more homeless someone looks, the richer they are in New York.
Yeah. That's happened. And I think Mark Zuckerberg may have started that. So
absolutely.
shout out to Mark Zuckerberg for that.
Mark, we love you. Thanks for that.
Have you seen that movie, The Social Network?
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I need to rewatch it. Justin Timberlake.
I thought you
He's
had
an
insight
underrated
on it.
actor, maybe. Well, he started in Disney, so.
Yeah, and they were like, we
it
can't
was
take
like
you
the
seriously.
first. So how come he ended up
Someone
so
had a
much
big
more
head who was wearing
normal
this.
than, what's his name? Than and Britney Spears. Yeah, who was the last person who wore those? I don't know. I think it was because it was on the armrest.
Oh.
But wait, yeah, why did Justin Timberlake end up so much more normal than Britney Spears?
Well, this is
they
a
had
very
the same
big
childhood.
conspiracy theory that we're going on. Yeah. He's in on it. Suppose there's one conspiracy theory that he knew that she was in a very, can I curse? Freaked up situation, and that he kind of went along with it.
But when did that? But that must have been recently, though, that he went along with it. Like,
Well, when they were dating.
but they were super young, I thought, when they dated, like 17 and 16.
We
at a
have to
very
Google it.
impressionable
Can your
age.
producer Google it?
Yeah,
Ask
can we
him to?
pop it up right here?
Thank you so
When
much.
did they
Right here.
started dating? So we'll see it right here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She seemed normal when they were dating. Like,
Yes.
she only
Yeah.
started to really, I think, get crazy in terms of like how people saw her in the media when
Yeah.
she shaved her head.
Yeah, that was
That was like the real alarm.
every so
that
often.
rang.
I feel her in that, you know,
shaving her head.
Oh, and like losing my mind and putting an umbrella through a window. I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Especially
For
since
sure.
people are bothering her every single day.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy to be under that, I guess, under that, the watchdogness of your father.
Oh yeah, and
know
like
what I mean?
he owns all the money, and like supposedly kept. Did you see? Well, first, did you see the documentary on her?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Which one are you referring to?
Oh, there is?
I think so. I definitely saw the one where they were in the streets and they were
these
saying
two
"Free
women.
Britney."
Yeah, and these two women were just like, we're gonna uncover her entire life.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
was that
yeah,
about?
they did the
We discussed
podcast.
that.
They did
yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah, it's just two women were like, it's our mission in
thanks
life.
God for them, right?
Yeah,
And then, I remember there was a
think about
meme that like brought the whole, I think, situation to light when she was like, or I don't know if it was a he or she was like, leave Britney alone. You remember that? Under the sheets.
What are you talking about? Wait,
Somebody, what are you talking about? That was pretty
Well,
British of you.
did I have an
Yeah,
accent
you
for a
literally just
second?
had a slip. Are you actually from Britain?
no, not
Imagine.
at all.
No, yes, there was it. Pop it up right here and pop
Right
it up.
here,
But
thank
she
you.
was like, leave me alone. Or excuse me, leave Britney alone.
Leave Britney alone! Please.
You didn't know about this?
No.
Her husband turned out to be a user, a cheater, and now she's going through a custody battle. All you people care about is readers and making money off of her. She's dead!
Very
It's interesting,
dramatic.
though, how that clip was brought back to be serious in the documentary with those two women who had the podcast in it.
Really, it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember that in the
Yeah,
documentary.
well, it was like it was a big meme when it initially came out,
Yeah.
and then they spoke on it, saying how some people were actually standing up for Britney, but it was seen as a joke because like Britney Spears was 25 years old,
Right.
she had just shaven her head,
Right, and she's
she
got
like wanted
billions
attention.
of dollars. Yeah, and they were like,
Sure.
why wouldn't she? Yeah.
And also being 25 years old and having a midlife, not even midlife crisis, but
No,
a
it was
panic
like
attack
it
like
was
that.
full
Scary.
open. Yeah.
Look at all these
Ready to
stones
knife
we got.
someone.
What are you doing this weekend? By the way, it's Friday, guys.
Happy Friday, everyone. I know that's the first thing I noticed when I came in here. I was like, look at this good juju over here. I also love the
Oh,
post-it.
good Jew. I'm also
Not-
Jew.
Are you
what
a Jew?
post-it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The post. Oh, there are so many in the bathroom. Just the happy face.
Oh man, you saw that? You didn't see the shower notes?
No, the shower note.
You want to take a second and go look?
Should I go look?
Go look.
All right. See you guys later.
I don't really tell people about the shower notes so much, just because like it's slightly aggressive, but I popped it up here on the podcast and yeah, don't kill anyone. But Rachel is looking at it right now. Yeah, it's crazy. So shower notes, if you guys don't have any, I suggest you get some. Just put some positive reinforcements in your shower. They're sticky, like you just put water on it and it automatically sticks. So
my God.
This apartment, I feel like is just like, little reminders, positive things, I guess, like when you look in certain directions and you feel in a certain way negatively.
Yes.
You're like, all right, change your perspective.
Absolutely.
So it's literally like a 10-year-old art museum in here.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. I couldn't believe the effect it had on me to just see that smiley face Post-it note.
Really?
I was like, why did that have such an effect on me? Why did I do it again?
What'd you do?
Why did I do it again?
What, is it working?
No, it's
Are those headphones not working?
Like it hinders my range of motion.
Your neck?
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Long Island.
Where in Long Island?
Huntington.
Oh, we talked about this.
What's your
Exit
address?
like 50. Yeah. My ex-girlfriend, who I still have a good relationship with.
That's good.
She lives in Dix Hills.
Shout out ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
Very close to me.
Yes. So I've spent some time out there.
Yeah.
A week or so.
Yeah. All Long Island girls are the same.
Kind of quiet. Why? In a bad way?
Yeah, we're a little freaking insane.
You have no hint of a Long Island accent, but I guess people don't really have Long Island accents unless they live in like a certain neighborhood.
I think it's because my grandmother had a big, like, kind of really helped raise me, and she had like a Southern twang to her. Not British. Were you expecting British? That would have made the whole thing make sense. No, Southern twang. So I think she just like hammered it out.
My grandmother has a Southern twang too. She's from Oxford, North Carolina.
Oh, mine's from. Give me a second. I had a moment. Iowa? No. Oh, what the Boise, Idaho.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not South, but I guess that's like Midwest.
And then she lived in Texas.
Okay.
I don't know. She's had a Southern twang.
But you grew up in Long Island.
Yes.
Did you go to Huntington High School?
No, I went to Walt Whitman. Who's
that
close.
again?
What do you mean? The mascot?
Who's the guy? No.
Oh.
Yeah, what was your high school mascot?
Wildcats. Yeah.
Walt Whitman.
I almost
Who the
said
shit was he?
Bulldog, but that's my elementary high school. That's weird. No, Walt Whitman, a freaking poet. Walt Whitman?
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
who
That's a
cares
tough
about
guy to know.
poets?
I was thinking Walt Disney, Walter White. Those are the only two Walls I know.
There should be a high school about him. That would be
Did
amazing.
you see Breaking Bad? The full? Yeah, obviously.
Start to finish.
One of the best shows,
That was
I
like
think,
one
ever.
of the first shows I ever binge watched.
Yeah, OC, I
know
think,
what I'm
was the
saying?
first.
Were you
Then
able to binge that though?
No, because you had to like buy the whole new DVD
you
set.
had to- But OC wasn't just DVD. It was at first like.
Well, it came on like once a week on Fox,
Right.
which is like normal TV. So like
Right.
everyone gathered around the TV
Right.
and watched. Now
Yeah.
it's just like you can watch the entire season in an hour.
I still binge watch Office like all the time.
Okay,
just to
I
keep me
binge
grounded.
I binge watched the whole thing, but I haven't gone back and like rewatching it. But I loved it. I think it's
Office
great.
you've never rewatched?
No,
You are the 1%.
really.
Oh yeah.
So like I watched the whole thing. I was like, oh, it's great, and then anytime it's on cable, I don't click on it. To be honest.
Wow. So it didn't affect you.
It did. I liked it.
way.
I liked it. I was laughing out
What's your
loud at some
favorite
things.
TV show. Just name one. I know. So because you think
Okay, I
everyone's
used to
gonna judge you.
love Entourage. You ever get
Oh,
into
yeah,
that
yeah,
show?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
then my ex-girlfriend went to a
Ruined
movie
it.
premiere, 3 days after I broke up with her, and she hooked up with Adrian Grenier after I
she's dead
watched
to
the
me.
show.
She's
And I was like,
dead
I
to
can
me.
never watch the show again.
How do you know she did that? Are you certain? Oh God, they're both dead to me. I hope.
How do you think
both
I
have
felt?
Chlamydia.
A 17-year-old dating another
Devastating.
17-year-old girl, and then she goes to the movie premiere with a 30-year-old guy. How
Why
do you
have
think
a good
I
relationship
felt?
with her? Let's light her on fire.
She's fine. I broke up
Whatever.
with her.
Oh, okay.
You know, what can I do?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like crying in the hallway. Oh, it's freaking embarrassing.
I love.
I was like, I
young
can never
love.
watch the show
I'm gonna
again.
kill myself.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
And then like 5 ex-girlfriends later, dude, here I am.
Yeah.
Alive,
Killing it.
hello. I guess. I don't know. But I have not spent any time in like the last couple months on any dates really. I guess I went on a date like 3 months ago.
You're busy.
Didn't really go well.
busy.
Yeah, you're right. I am.
You're busy.
And I'm on the apps, but like it's mostly just for promo. To be honest.
Shut the hell up.
No, seriously. I put like pictures of like me on stage and I'm like, DM me, come to the Ted Jones Comedy Show. I've showed so
Does it
many.
work?
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, but like most girls catch on. Or I'll respond if a girl's like, oh my God, I love this promo. I'm like, thanks, come to our show. Here,
And then
I'll
you're
show
like,
you.
but I don't want to date you.
Well, I think it's pretty clear. Okay, so here's the
I love this. Why are you on Hinge to get people at my show?
yeah. So here's my Hinge profile. Right?
May I?
Yes, please.
Can I read one thing?
Please read out loud. And I'll pop it up
Oh,
right
yeah.
here for you guys.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then Yeah, so
great
then
photos.
yeah.
I'm a regular at Ted Jones Comedy Show. DM me. I go crazy for it.
By the way, Rachel on the next Ted Jones Comedy Show, February 9th, 8 p.m.
You better be
Come
there.
see this funny lady, all right?
Funny. How to pronounce my name? TEDJONES. Oh my God, I love profiles. I do. I never got to.
Do you want me to show you my Raya profile? I'm not allowed to like pop up the thing here because I'll get in trouble for recording it. I got in trouble last time. You're like not allowed to take screenshots or anything.
Oh,
it's a very privacy
exclusive.
thing. Yeah.
If I ever try to get on Raya, they'd be like, "You poor bitch."
So do the thing.
Wow, look, great photo.
Yeah. So just click.
Who took this photo?
Click the middle. J and a C.
Wait, I did click the middle.
John and his C.
I
John and his
see.
camera.
Yeah, that's he takes. No, I want to see.
What?
Oh, look at the short hair.
Yeah. So then you pop through. Just press it, and then you can pop through.
Oh yeah. Oh, athlete.
Yeah, tennis player.
Someone's like, "Oh, you're an athlete." You're like, "Come to the Ted Jones Comedy Show." Are you a model? Come to the Ted Jones Comedy Show.
See, right?
Is that your dad?
No, it's me.
Wow.
Isn't that a cool photo?
That's a very
like
cool
one
photo.
of the cooler photos I ever took.
Who took that?
Some guy at this music
Have you ever seen
party
an old
had
photo
like
of
a
your dad?
weird painting thing. No.
Oh.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, you're in
That's-
such good shape.
That's
Come
me
to the
though.
Ted Jones
Literally,
Comedy Show.
that's when I hadn't eaten in like 3 months.
Why?
No food.
What?
Just 90 days. No food. No, seriously. There was like going through
Can we please pop this up?
going through the pandemic, I was running, no joke, 30 miles a week at least, and working out, no joke, at least 6 or 7 hours a day, and I wouldn't eat till 4 p.m. in the day.
Why?
It was I never recommend anyone get this shredded. It literally looks like I'm on steroids.
Well, you need to bring up this photo. So take it off the profile and bring it up on the phone.
Or I'm sure we have a copy of that photo somewhere.
Wait, stop it. Why?
And then look at
Why?
Yeah. What?
Why?
Why? Because I didn't have anything else to do. It
Yeah,
was like
totally.
pandemic. I was
Listen,
like
I got
doing
into
podcast
shape, but not
stuff.
like that.
And then look at this. People match on Raya, but then nobody
Look at all
starts a
these
combo.
hot
Nobody
women.
starts a combo, and they go away after 10 days.
They're hot girls. They don't start combos.
What?
You're not a hot girl.
Excuse me.
You may be a hot guy, but you're not a hot girl. All right?
But I figure if I match
Look at
with
this
a
girl.
girl,
Look at her lips.
if I match with a girl and then she reaches out to me, I would have way more.
Look at this girl.
props
She's
for
leaning
that.
forward.
And
She
also, I'm
wants
sick
people
of
to see
it.
her
I'm sick of reaching out to the girls and then them not responding. I'm sick
How
of
do
it.
you say that name?
Annie.
Anne. She needs
And
to
like
know.
some of these girls are also straight up from Denmark and shit.
Russia.
You know?
Don't support the Russians.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
exactly. That's why I
Damn,
didn't message
these are
her.
all models. They're all models. Tina,
Yeah,
get
but
with
are
the
they
program.
nice? Rachel, but are
Who
they nice?
cares? Devin, look, Devin's like, I'm a Tom girl, but
So
I'm hot.
I don't quote Andrew Tate anymore.
Look, all these girls
obviously.
started.
What? No, that was. Yeah, but come on, she's fine. And also she's freaking me out with that.
With
I
what?
don't want to say it's too much, but like, look at that profession, and I'm like, okay, who are you?
Yeah.
And then also
Also-
no teeth. No teeth and no eyes. They're eyes, yes, but teeth. Come on, you need teeth and eyes. And also, we were talking about you're saying being nice doesn't matter.
At first, I didn't understand what you meant, but now it's like, yeah, why are we showing teeth?
Okay, how do you feel about Andrew Tate? Obviously, you don't like him, right?
Andrew
or you
Tate,
don't
yeah.
mind him?
No, I'm not a huge fan of what he says.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was saying, I cannot tell you how many times guys have been on dates across the table from girls and been like, this girl's so annoying.
Yeah.
But he was still pursue sexual relations with
Yeah,
the
of course.
female afterwards.
Yeah. You don't do that?
I mean, I don't know. I just haven't been in a position recently to be on a date and be like, oh my God, this girl's so annoying, but I'm still going to bang. I guess the last date I went on, I felt like that.
You'll be like,
but
she's
it's
so
fine.
annoying, but I'll invite her to the Ted Jones Comedy Show.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm looking at the ones that did message you that you don't answer back. Like, what's wrong with this one?
No, but also, if a girl doesn't respond for like 4 or 5 days, I delete her.
Anyone in the entertainment industry, I'd be weirded out by.
Yeah. Do you hear that? I delete them if they don't respond, like after 4 or 5 days.
Bye-bye. You're too good for
Yeah.
them.
Like, hi. Like, and then I don't even know how to even start a freaking conversation on a dating app. And this is the new wave. If you meet somebody in person,
yeah.
It's old school.
It's old school. They probably think you're a serial killer if you're in person. They're like,
literally.
how dare you? They're like, you'll be like, hi, what's up? They're like, DM me.
You know what the crazy thing is? Like, I'll be out at a brunch or something, and I'll see a cute girl at the table next to me, and I search Raya. I'm like, oh, I'll see if she's near me. Because the Raya, you can see who's around you.
So that's
it's like
the only
changing.
Way. Oh my God.
It's changing the way people communicate.
Then what? You DM and then say, I see you.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yep.
And they're like, oh, thank God. I thought you were going to talk to me in person.
I much prefer the eye with 4 eyes first. You ain't going to respond to that anyway.
So going back to The Office.
Yes.
First of all, I love that you haven't seen it more than once. That's just like a breath of fresh air for me, but also like, how dare you? But like I was watching it recently and one season ended and it ends on this note with Jim and Pam and you have to go to the next season.
Right. I vaguely remember that.
And I realized that like people used to have to wait.
Like almost years.
I would break my TV.
What's that show
I'd rip
with
my TV out of the
Jason
wall.
Bateman? Oh, Ozarks. You get into that show?
Yeah, but this is what happens. I get in and then it's like next season in months and I'm like
Months, yeah. It was like a year and a half. It was a year and a half.
I did that with Ozark. I did that with Marvelous Miss Maisel. I did that with my attention span. You better.
Did you ever watch Weeds?
No.
That show? I watched it a long time ago. It was good. I think I just watched it because everybody was talking about it in like 2010 or whatever the year was.
Yeah.
But I think, back in the day, we had a longer attention span, obviously. Now, like, if you're searching on TikTok, like, people are cutting half of a second in between their words.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, popping up something, this and that.
Is cut in half. They're like, and then it just goes.
Yeah, especially when you look at a guy who's leading the industry, YouTube, and then all social media, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his videos?
Not a ton, but
Crazy.
Watch
Watch any of his videos. Every 3 seconds, there's something happening.
That's what he said. I've heard him say that in an interview because someone recommended his stuff. Was like, if you want to know, like, follow the leading people. And it's like, yeah, of course. He's like Mr. Beast. And then I remember I heard him on an interview and he was like, it's constantly, it's switching, like always.
What do you think about comedy audiences and their attention span maybe over the last few years since COVID kind of stopped? Comedy came back.
I see them, you know what I see? They get very, like, they're fine when you're on stage, but like if it goes over an hour show, they're like,
I literally have noticed that. Like, I stopped the show after like an hour and 30,
They're
hour
like-
and 25. And
they're
like, I think they were
going
good.
brain dead.
I felt that like,
Doesn't
if
matter
we
how
had
good the
another
show
two.
is.
Yeah. And then the lady who I was running the show with, she was like, it's going to be under 2 hours. I was like, yes.
you bet.
Yeah.
No, I hate
It's gotta
that.
be like hour
It
20,
has
in
to.
between hour 20 and hour 40, I'd say for sure.
I remember when COVID first like ended, like we were allowed to go back in clubs and every club was doing 2 hours. And I was like, I'm being held hostage. This is out of, like, 2 hour comedy show. Even I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's like 15 comics.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I think they were just, all the clubs were trying to get them work and all that, which is nice. But, I had a show last night. I was hosting a show last night and it was an hour, 30 minutes, like on the dot at hour 15. And it's young kids. It was Lower East Side. And they were having a good time. They were a great audience from the top, and everyone was doing good and they liked everyone and la, la, la. But then it was like, and I think it's just, they can't sit that long.
It's also, we've seen music go from 4-minute songs to 3-minute songs to now like a minute and 30 seconds.
Stevie
and then
Wonder
on
used to
replay.
do like
Repeat.
8 minutes and everyone's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And now it's like Miley Cyrus is like flowers and it's like done.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like it's all about the hook. And now it's just becoming more and more so.
We sound like we're
about the
800
hook.
years old.
Yeah.
In my day,
Yeah.
they used to have long songs.
So I wonder what's going to happen. I've talked about comedy shows through a like teleporter, like a hologram.
Wow.
Remember Snoop Dogg and Coachella years ago?
Did he
came
do
out.
that?
It was Snoop Dogg and Tupac. They did like a hologram show. So it was Snoop Dogg on stage and then Tupac was like literally on stage. It was crazy.
That just gave me the chills. That would.
Yeah, but then they haven't really done a lot of things since then. I don't know, maybe it's the technology or they were trying it
I'm
out.
gonna look that up. I didn't know that happened.
But I don't know what the future holds.
But what
Rachel.
about
It's gonna
like
be
I
interesting.
know. I don't like to think about it because then I get anxiety. But someone was telling me, I didn't know this because I don't do Snapchat, but Snapchat has shows now. Did you know this?
Yeah, I don't really do Snapchat either, but yeah, apparently they have
Like shows. Like my friend just got his show picked up, and I'm like,
so what is it?
What
Like
are you talking
it's like
about?
a 3-minute show or something.
I don't. Yeah, I guess so. It's like, and you can flip, like the kid, like and it's like every hit, like you know how you just hit your dating profile and it showed different photos. That's how he showed me how the show is, and then every 3 photos, it's like an ad.
Yeah.
So his friend who also has a show, he's like, he's making $70K a month, and I'm like,
From a Snapchat show.
what am I doing?
Weird.
From
It's
a Snapchat
weird.
because every 3 is an ad. Yeah. It's wild.
YouTube's taken over. You see, YouTube bought the NFL Sunday rights
Whoa.
for football. So they bought it for like $15 billion almost.
No, they did not.
So I think YouTube is close to
Running
being
the
the
world.
top dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I think YouTube's going to be big because, like, if you put on cable, like,
Yeah.
for example, if I see 10 channels on the TV and I don't want to watch any of the shows,
Yeah.
I'll just go to YouTube and watch what I want to watch.
Yeah. It's so true.
And they're also like
And it's
YouTube
so good
builds
at rabbit
yeah,
hole.
It builds
So good.
like an algorithm type for
Schultz
you.
talked about that.
What was
That's
he
why
saying?
that's why tell me everything. He he said that's why he started his clips online, because he noticed that like when he would watch something, it would immediately go into the next one made by the same creator. So that's like how he just uploaded all his shit. So then people would just like it, and then it would just upload the next. It would go to the next one, and then his views skyrocketed. I'm probably butchering his story a lot, but like that's how I understood it.
It's an interesting balance now because you see people who maybe aren't as experienced in stand up, but they have whatever it is, 500K on TikTok,
Yeah.
maybe 1 million on
Oh, yeah.
Instagram. And then it's just like their in real life stuff is not as good as their TikTok stuff, or maybe their TikTok stuff isn't as good as real
yeah.
life.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just
All
an
the
interesting
time.
balance.
Yeah, I know. But see, I appreciate that. Like, I mean, people get so upset because they're like, they don't deserve this. They didn't put in the work. And it's like, all right, there's fans for everyone.
Yeah, everybody can eat.
Like, everyone can eat. Like,
water will rise.
all they have is followers. I'm like, all right. They're selling tickets.
Because it used to be just such a
And I get it.
straight way to do it.
And it was a shitty way. Like I think that's what people are really upset about. A lot of people took this shitty way because there was no other way.
What should what do you mean?
Like there was no online, there was no Instagram, so it was just 15 years of absolutely zero recognition. And like maybe you get into a club, and it's like now it's like people can find people online, and it's like, whoa, they're really good, and it's like, yeah, but they've only been doing it for 2 years, and it's like, well, I like them, so I'm gonna bring them to the club, and it's like that's how shit happens now, and it's upsetting for people, which I get. If I did 15 years of not being acknowledged,
and then somebody who's been doing it a year just
it's like,
starts getting your spots.
yeah, that would really hurt me.
Yeah.
That would hurt my feelings.
Well, I think like if you look back, like you were saying, go back 15 years ago, the way that improv performers and comedians looked at each other, I think they had like kind of some animosity towards each other. Maybe people who were doing stand up be like, what the fuck are these guys doing improv, standing over here just saying whatever they want. And then improv on the other hand, like, oh, these guys are going up here standing in one spot and having everything memorized.
Yeah.
I think now more people are realizing that you have to appreciate all forms of comedy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have to do all forms.
Right.
Really. Like,
Absolutely.
people used to, 3 or 4 years ago, I remember kids who were doing comedy classes were being taught, don't do crowd work. Don't do this.
Oh, really?
Don't do that.
Wow.
And now it's just like,
It's a free for-
go in and do whatever makes you comfortable.
Right, absolutely. No, I'm really trying not to get on anyone's like hate on any, like be like they don't deserve it. I don't think that's true. You know what I mean? Like I get on some wagons about like I'll interact with someone a few times and be like, I really don't like that person.
Really?
Yeah. And then I'm like, and you see them doing well and you're like, I really don't like that person and what's going on over
Is it
there?
just the communication beforehand?
It's
Whatever
several interactions, and I'm like, I don't like you as a person.
It's not that hard to be likable, honestly. Like, you just be
know.
nice,
I
do
know.
what you say you're going to
I know.
do, and like,
Yeah.
just smile.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking weirdo. I'm very okay with the first part of an interaction. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's up?
Has
Oh,
anyone
what's up?
gotten angry with you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I drift. I go directly
just say?
away
You're
from
like,
it.
okay, bye.
Or I'll laugh. All right. You were looking at me. I saw your eyes. That's why I'm
Right.
bothering you.
Right.
You know, like
You made
if
eye
people,
contact.
if people are walking by me, their head is down, they're not looking at me.
Right.
If headphones in, like I'll leave them alone. Somebody's eyeing me down. I'm like, what's up? You want to talk?
Yeah.
Then 50-50. They usually do. Or sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll turn
But
away.
your like ego doesn't get hurt when they're like, no,
Nah,
get
nah,
away
nah.
from me,
I
you
don't think- I don't
lunatic.
think- I don't think it could. I don't think it could. Because
Really?
that happens so many times that people
That's
don't
so
want to talk
good
to me.
for you, though. That's so good for you.
What part?
That like not being able to take that like form of rejection and being like, whatever.
I think so. Yeah, I haven't thought about it
That's
too
why
much.
I think sales is good for like, have you ever met someone that's in comedy and in sales?
Probably.
They have a very good like if they bomb, they just
Rejectometer. Yeah,
get right back up there. I've noticed that. They're just like, whatever, this is part of life. And it's like it took me a while to get used to bombing because I wasn't like part of the, I don't know. I didn't work in the restaurant business my whole life, so I didn't really like deal with rejection like that.
Did you play individual sports growing up? Golf, tennis, swimming?
Yeah, I up until like 8th grade, and then it was like cheering and dance. Yeah. But I didn't do well in sports because of that. Because I was like, I failed. I suck. You know, if I like struck out or something. Right. And I wish I played more sports. Because I like now I watch sports documentaries to get like inspired and stuff. And I'm like, that's all the mindset you need.
Yeah, I think individual sports, most importantly.
Like golf, you mean?
Yeah, golf, tennis, swimming. If you consider like chess a sport, you know, you're always thinking about the next move.
Yeah.
Very lifelike.
Ooh. Do you play chess?
Yeah, I've been getting more back into it. I have like
play chess.
I have a few vlogs where I go and just like hang out with the guys who play chess in Union Square.
Oh, I've seen that. Are they
and
like secret brilliant men that just like play?
it's not even a secret.
Oh, they're just brilliant. Like
Like maybe some of them are slightly autistic, but like you have that
Chicken
little
or the egg.
Yeah, you have that little thing in your brain that just turns on when chess comes around. But
Wait, like what?
I've played with a few bros, so I'm
And you're
getting
like-
better. I'm getting better.
They let you play with them?
Well, I have to, give them a few dollars, but yeah. And also, like some of them
You're
are,
like, "Are you
are my
stupid?"
boys
You're like, "I give
too.
you $20."
And also, like I've been
And
in
free
Union
tickets.
Square. I've been in Union Square like 20 times, so they know me by now.
Okay.
So like occasionally,
Do they
I'll
know
go
you by
and play
name or
money.
like Ted? Or they're just like,
Well, I
white
give
boy,
them
get over
merch.
here.
I give them merch, so yeah, they know.
Oh.
Carl and Paul, shout out.
Shout out.
Carl and Paul, my boys.
Wait.
But they have like New York Times articles written about them. Pop it up here. I think I want to get Paul on the podcast. We'll see. But his name is Russian Paul.
Russian Paul.
And then there's this girl, Alex Botez, who I met one time. She was on like the Lex Friedman podcast, if you know that.
No.
But
And
just like
do
chess
they-
masters in
do
Union
they
Square.
Just do that?
I
Like,
think they sit there, they give lessons to people, and
Okay.
they got to be making. I mean, Carl and Paul, they've got to be making at least $200 a day in cash by the time they're sitting there, because you feel like people who are
all the games are for money.
yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
And then anyone who's getting a lesson is for money, or anybody who's like a
Oh,
tourist
okay.
comes in, I think it's probably money. But
And then people probably tip and stuff.
Yeah, what was I gonna say?
I didn't even know that. Could
What?
I just go over there and watch? They'd be fine with that?
Yes. Yeah, you should come and watch. I'll play them one time.
I-
So this girl that I was talking about, Alex Botez, she beat me in 3 moves. That was like the first time I
Get
played chess in
the
like
hell
10
out of here.
years. And she's like, how do you feel about your position right now? And I was like, great, Alex. She's like, okay, well, that's checkmate. I was like, that's it?
Wow.
Yeah. Being a serious chess player, I think it helps your mind.
Yeah, for sure. I think I started doing puzzles on my phone.
Oh,
'cause
really?
I'm
On
like,
your phone?
I don't. Well, I'm always like on the go.
Yeah, but how
I'm
do you
not
do
gonna
puzzles
break
on your
out
phone?
jigsaw puzzle on the train. Excuse
You
me,
like
everyone.
do Jenga on your phone or something?
No, like a jigsaw, but like it's an app for. I don't know. I just something other than scroll until I'm drooling on myself.
Right. What's that other game? Wordle. You ever play that?
No, that was too hard for me, and I got upset.
Yeah,
I'm a
people
little
are annoying
illiterate
about it too.
So like,
are you dyslexic?
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit? What do you mean? You
Well,
like see the D
I
backwards,
have
but nothing
learning
else?
disability.
Oh, did you have
I'm like
extra
learning disabled.
time in your SATs?
Yeah, of course.
Me too.
Yeah.
Would you go to college?
Of course. JMU. I majored
You sure?
in dance.
Okay.
Did you say you're sure?
You like it?
No,
Virginia.
Yes.
What was that like?
I don't think I would get into it now. Does that make sense? It was like
Yes.
right on the cusp
I
of
know, me
like
too. Like,
popping.
I went to UConn,
And
yeah.
now it's like if I applied now, they'd be like, sorry, stupid.
Because people were like UVA, or now they want to go to JMU type beat.
What do you mean?
If they didn't get into UVA now, they would want to go to James Madison,
I'm a guess. Is UVA a great school?
University of Virginia. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
Yeah, very good. Ivy League.
almost.
Can you name the Ivy League schools?
Yeah. Let's go. Brown, Dartmouth,
you thought
Harvard,
Harvard,
Yale, Brown.
You said Brown already.
Oh, I said
How many
Dartmouth
are there? 8?
too. I don't know. Okay, Princeton, Harvard, Yale, Cornell, Brown, Columbia. Nice. We're missing one. I said Dartmouth. Is there 7?
Harvard?
I said Harvard. Unless I didn't. All right, well, if you guys go to one of the schools that we didn't mention, or if we did mention them all.
What's your
Nice
mascot?
work. Yeah.
Does
that's
Harvard
true.
have a mascot, or
They're
they're
the
just like, we're
Crimson.
smart?
The Crimson.
What is that? Oh, color.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We're not even
The
a
Harvard Crimson.
Oh my God, what are the
I went
Prince of
there. I
mascots?
went there
So,
one
like, we're not even
time.
an animal. We're just a
When
color.
did I go there for college? I played tennis in college. You know that?
No.
Yeah.
Were you gonna do professionally?
I tried, kinda. When I was 14 years old, I was homeschooled for tennis.
Holy hell!
Yeah, and then 15 through 17, I went to a specialized school in New York for tennis. Like I could leave on Thursday, they'd send me the homework, come back
What
on
was the
Monday, take
plan?
a test. I wanted to go pro. It was
Wow.
I cannot believe anybody
My
allowed me
dumbass
to
was
do
like
that.
Olympics. I just
couldn't
like
anybody. I can't believe that. Well, I mean, like the coaches, I think were. I don't think they had the best intentions for me.
ew. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, it seemed like a money grab for them.
Oh, okay.
Trying to
I
tell
was
me,
like,
yeah, they
did
weren't
they
even nothing
harass
sexual.
you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, they did harass
I'm
me.
calling
but
people.
Not sexual. But
Oh, were
it was
they
just-
like-
I had no position being homeschooled as a 14-year-old.
Well, did you have the talent?
I was not going to be a professional tennis player.
You see that now, or you're just like,
Yeah. But I think my parents were just super supportive. The people around me were very supportive. I don't know. It was a weird situation. I'm very happy I did it because there were so many things that came of being homeschooled because I was still hanging out with the 8th graders who I went to middle school with, and
Yeah.
now they were freshmen. They all went to school, and now I was the homeschool kid. Oh, you don't have any friends? So I had to like deal with just a lot of social awkwardness.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
people asked where I went to school.
oh
And
yeah,
I said I was homeschooled. So
oh
like
yeah.
that
People
was
get
that
it
was a
very
weird
uncomfortable.
touch. Yeah.
It's a definite. You're like,
And then I went to performing art school for high school for 10th, 11th,
so
and
if you're
12th grade.
homeschooled, your parents are like, this is your homework assignment.
I was privately tutored.
Oh.
Rather. So I spent
That's a
like
lot of money.
3. I know. I spent like 3 hours, 5 days a week being privately tutored, and then I'd be on the tennis court 4 or 5 hours a day,
Oh,
and
that's
then
really
fitness.
funny when I think about that. Like it's like 3 hours if you just did it one-on-one. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, it was a lot too.
So how
being
often
3
did
hours.
you so you did tennis every day?
Yeah.
And
pretty much.
how long every day?
Probably like 4 or 5 hours of tennis a day, and then an hour and a half of fitness
You must
every
have been
day.
really good.
I was good. I mean, I played college tennis, which is good.
Yeah.
I was never elite though. I was never.
You just feel it.
Yeah. Well, also I knew just by rankings. I was never top 50 in the country.
Yeah.
And that's a huge tell sign. If somebody's
Yeah.
not, if by the age of 17, you know, if you're not top 3 in your
Yeah.
state or in your age group in the
Yeah.
nation, like you're not going pro.
so
Tennis
hard.
is so hard.
It's so hard.
Especially like when you're 18, 19 years old, that's when you're supposed to declare that you're going to go pro, not go to college.
Oh.
It's changing a little bit now. More people are going to college and playing, especially with
Just have
like
a
these
life.
NIL deals where
Yeah.
like you can get money.
Yeah.
But yeah, to have a life. But like a lot of European players will just go pro
Wow.
straight up. Yeah. Wow. Tennis
So
is
do
a crazy
most people
sport.
that are like pro at 17, they probably took that path that you did?
They have been playing on the court with their dad since they were 2 years old. Their dad feeding them balls. Wow. That type beat. That's what tennis is really crazy like that because it is
it
all
different than other
dependent.
sports?
Yeah, because it's all dependent on that one person, that
Right.
one athlete. You know, it's
Right.
not like, oh, I'm on a really good AAU basketball team this
Right.
year. I'm on a really good baseball team this
Right.
year. Next year, maybe my team's not that good. So
Right.
it forces you to dial in on
Yeah.
everything that you can
So
control.
probably golf is similar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Swimming probably too.
Yeah.
But I think
pressure.
But I think golf and tennis more so because initially your parents really do have to have some form of involvement in your career. You know, like you hear
Yes.
basketball players, some of them are football players. They didn't start playing until they were 14 years old. And then all of a
Wild.
sudden they played, they met this coach. It was great. In tennis, that would never
That's
happen.
so late in life.
Yeah, in tennis, that would never happen.
Okay. So it's like dance almost. Like if you don't start young, it's like get out.
It's because also the way your
like
body
your body
adapts
forms,
to the
yeah.
tennis racket. You know,
Yeah.
when you're 5 years old and you can't pick up the tennis racket, you're like, oh, you pick it up with
Right.
your whole body, and then
Right.
you have a natural fluid motion.
Yeah.
But when you're 10 years old, you see the ball and you're like, oh, you want to hit it as hard as possible. You
Right.
use as much
And it's-
arm as
yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
So definitely the motions and moving as you're younger are super important in the game of tennis and like golf.
Do you know Laura Soger?
Yeah, she was like a swimmer, right?
Yes, and I see that like athletic like mentality in her all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's something I wish I had. Like it's just like it's the same with you. It's just like you have this like way of just like nothing's personal. It's just like a game and you keep going and it's just like you keep shooting the ball until you hit the net and that's it. It's so good for kids, I think. Every kid should play sports. Hey kids.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey kids.
When are you having kids? Too
Never.
deep of a combo. We have to edit that out, right? Never?
No, never. I don't care. Never.
I wasn't going to actually edit it out. I was just saying for dramatic effect. Never? All right, good for you.
Crying.
That's great that you know that. Because to be honest, sometimes like if I match or I see a girl who's like a little bit older on the dating apps, I'm automatically kind of like.
I totally get it. I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I was just thinking about someone who is obviously like taking a step back from comedy right now because it's a guy, he wants to settle down and have kids and all that. And you're just like, if it's in you and there's no judgment, it's like, I get it. Like but you have to take a step back.
Is he making money though?
No. But like, I think he's realizing like, it's like, you can't just keep chasing and just keep putting this thing on hold because this thing on hold does have an expiration date. I think if you want
He's a man. Oh, he's a guy.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is, but
But you think like some people like, do you want kids?
Yeah, sure. I have thought maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just like, not right now. Not right now. 100%.
Do you get like, some people are like right now.
Yeah, but I'm not a fully formed person. I don't feel like.
And some people think they are, or I don't think anyone is actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you kind of got to have for the most part, you got to have your shit kind of figured out.
Yeah.
Especially now.
And money.
It's one of the more important
I have a dog
parts.
right now and I'm like, how do people afford kids? No, really, how do people afford kids?
You got to be locked in. I mean, you got to be on the top of your game. And I think being a male in society now, obviously it's very hard. Obviously hard for women as well.
It's hard for everyone.
But men, I think like as soon as that kid comes out, you got to be able to support it.
Yeah.
It's not like as soon as he comes out, you're like, oh shit, now I got to, fuck. What am I feeding this kid?
Well, I think it goes, and it's like, it's hard for both parts. It's like, I think in the male, it's like, it goes right. It's like the way you even say it, it sounds like Ice Age, but it's true. It's like, you're like, must provide, you know? And the moms are like, must care. And now they have this thing of like, also must provide. So it's like this thing. And I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, I really love what I'm doing right now. And I want to keep doing it forever. And I want to like throw myself into it. And I don't know, like, I don't see having a career in comedy and having a kid as a possibility right now at the level I'm at. Does that make sense? Because you see it, like Ali Wong's killing it, Amy Schumer's killing it, but like they also
were killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like $1 billion and then they were like, all right, fine, I'll have a kid.
It's also like, I think the life expectancy is, or people think that they're going to live longer.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for example, if this was 50 years ago and I was like, shit, I might not live until I'm 70 years old.
Right.
Maybe I'd be like, okay, yes, I could figure it out. I'll have a kid. But I think now people are like, in 50 years, there might be a way for everyone to gain 10 years on their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're kind of figuring it out now. And I think women are having children a little bit later.
Oh yeah. 45 years old.
That's very old,
Yeah.
I think. No. To have it. I thought they couldn't do it. I thought they couldn't have kids at 45.
So the subtext there was like, that's way too old. That kid's coming out gross. That's an old
He's
raisin
coming out old. Yeah.
Benjamin Button's coming out of that vagina right there. That was so funny, your reaction. You're like, that's
Like,
very
45. You know, like if
Yeah.
I were to have kids, I would say like 45. I would think even for men, it's kind of old.
Are you scared of death? Like when you said die at 70, I was like, we have no time left. Like when you said that, I was like,
that's fucked.
I was like, my insides just
Am I
shook
afraid
like
of
an
it? Am I
earthquake.
afraid of it? I don't know. I've had some crazy moments in my life that I don't know if I'm afraid of it anymore.
Oh!
I'm just like, let's live today. Let's
Oh my
have
God.
fun today.
When you
That's
say
why
that, I'm like, we
sometimes
have no time left.
Well, that's why sometimes when I get mad about dumb shit, I'm like, this is dumb. What am I
Yes.
wasting my time for? Which
Yes.
I think is a nice reminder to have sometimes with all the freaking sticky tags in your apartment. Guys,
Yeah.
put some sticky tags in your apartment. Write positive stuff. Do
You
good
should
today.
Make, I'm looking at the camera.
Yeah.
You should make a sticky tag that sticks anywhere forever and ever for people that so they can put affirmations.
That smiley
all over.
face under the that's a good business idea.
It
But
says
that sticky
Ted
tag
Jones
under
stickies.
the
TJ
thing has not moved. That's been there for like 3 years, which is crazy.
Wait, just a regular
That's
Post-it?
Post-it that you saw under the mirror.
giving
No
Post-it.
joke.
How is that staying?
I don't know.
Do you not take hot showers?
Pretty hot. Even though the
I
freaking,
could-
speaking of that, the cold water was flipping out today. There was no hot water. I had to take the coldest shower of my life.
I
Hopped in, I
honestly
was like,
thought no, because I could see you being someone that's like, I take cold water showers.
no,
only.
fuck that shit. Too cold. Sometimes if
Too
I have
cold.
to. If I have
What about
to.
during the pandemic? Were you taking cold showers then? You
Yes,
psycho?
I was air drying. I was at my
What?
dad's house. I would take cold showers and I just go outside and I just be in the grass, just standing.
Would your dad see your dick out and
No,
everything?
I don't think so. It was like around the corner. But yeah, I used to air dry.
You took
I would
care of
get in the
yourself during the
shower.
pandemic.
Yeah, but I was also so hungry. Did I?
Were
know?
you angry?
A little
You're
bit.
So hungry.
Sometimes, like
I
during
get
the day.
aggro when I'm hungry.
Sometimes I had like what did I do? A 23-hour fast yesterday, and then I haven't eaten today.
You're not angry?
No, I think I'm the most clear when I'm
Yes, I
hungry.
experienced that.
Do you eat right before you go on stage though?
No.
Do you
God,
ever
no.
drink? Or you don't drink? You're sober,
no,
right?
I don't drink. Yeah, but I definitely don't. You feel lethargic. and
Yeah.
gross.
When do you cut it off?
Um,
Not eating before your set.
probably a couple hours. Yeah, probably a couple hours. And if I've messed up, if I haven't been, I'll like have a granola bar. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I try and cut no eating like 3 hours
Yeah.
before, and then the podcast, no smoking weed, no real eating.
Okay, yeah.
Before. Otherwise, I'm just like
How
a
often do you
step slower.
fast?
Like maybe once for 24 hours, once a month.
Wow, it's so good for you.
But I try and stay around like the 7 to 8 hour eating window. So I'll fast like 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'll go to bed. I'll stop eating at like 9 or
Yeah.
9:30, and then I'll eat again at like 2.
I usually do
2:30.
9 to 5. That's been my thing.
Do you drink coffee? Mm-hmm. Coffee, I think, helps towards the latter end.
Yes. Yeah.
But if I have food and it's in my face, I'll eat it for the most part.
So what do you do? Well, you eat until 9:30, so that's good. But during the day, so you're not around food, you can like kind of control it.
Yeah, and then I'll usually eat like one big meal and then maybe have snacks throughout the day.
What's usually your one big meal?
Something Mexican, probably.
Oh yeah.
Rice and beans
Yes.
and hot sauce.
Hot
and
sauce.
then like seitan if I have it or something like
Yes.
that. But I order out a lot. Like that's where I spend the lion's share
How
of my
long have
money.
you been vegan?
Probably like fully, probably 2.5 years.
Okay, yeah.
3
Have you
years.
noticed any issues with
Issues?
energy?
No, weren't you telling me iron?
I thought it was, but then I realized it was just my antidepressants.
No, remember? I think it was the last time you were on the couch.
I was like falling asleep, and I was like, I was like falling asleep like an old man on the subway, and I was like, oh my God, this vegan diet isn't for me. And I was so upset because I don't like meat at all. And then I brought my antidepressants down, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Do you ever take naps?
Yeah. Love naps.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
Yeah, huge fan. I take
Because I like to get
20-minute
an
naps
early
here and there.
start on my day.
Okay.
Because I get depressed if I wake up late. And so what I'll do is get an early start on my day, get some stuff done, and then take like an hour nap.
That's kind of how I was waking up at like 4 a.m. sometimes when I was
gosh.
at my dad's house. No joke, like for 3 years, I was waking up at that time. Crazy.
And
it was just because I had nothing really else to focus on. I was
And
like just
running.
fitness. It's crazy. Yeah.
Did you vlog this?
No, this was before the goddamn vlog started. Rachel.
Ted!
Damn it, I know. You're telling
Ted!
me. I
You're
started. No,
telling
you know
me.
what? The first vlog we did was the fast. Vlog 1, the fast.
Seriously.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So- and that was like the last week I worked at my dad's company. That fast.
Wow.
But I
How fast
recommend
did
you guys. I recommend you guys try not like do a lot. You don't have to do 24 hours, but if you just try and do 16, 17 hours, you start to feel a little bit hungry. That's your body eating what's already on your body. You know what
yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So getting some of that fat. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have
And you
to
do
eat every single freaking hour of the day.
Yeah, I went
Huge
to this like
misconception.
not holistic doctor, homeopathic doctor, and because I
A
was
gay
having
doctor.
a
Come on,
homeopathic
that was
doctor.
a good bit. I expected a bigger
You
laugh.
guys like that one?
Yeah, hopefully they laugh.
I'm dead inside, Jones. Jones. I'm gonna call you Jones now.
That's my
I'm
sister
dead
calls me
inside,
that. Oh,
Jones.
very cute. Nice.
And I But he was saying like being hungry is good for you. He's like, that's good. Everyone thinks it's a sign that's bad. He's like, no, that's good.
Also, breakfast was invented like 60 years ago.
Wait, really?
I think it was maybe not 60 and being dramatic, but it was like 100.
Breakfast was invented yesterday.
It was World War I when they needed food like on the battlefield. They had stuff right in the morning. Like as soon as they woke up, they had granola. And then they didn't have to eat until dinner. So people in the 1950s and 60s were like, oh, these soldiers are very strong eating all this food. So why don't we have cereal in the morning? So
And
this is
then
it's a whole conspiracy about cereal. You know, Justin Timberlake, freaking Britney Spears.
Yeah, it's all
eating
connected.
Cereal.
Justin Timberlake invented cereal. You heard it here first.
But yeah, it's a cop out. And also, what the fuck have you done in the morning to earn breakfast? Have you gone out and hunted? Have you gone to the gym? No. Sit your ass down and wait till lunch.
Prove it.
Wait till lunch.
I prefer not eating at night than not eating in the morning.
I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like I'll wake up, I'll usually be, as long as I've eaten the night before, like around 9 or 9:30, I can wake up, have a coffee, and then be good till 12 or 1.
Yeah.
But then at night, like forget about it.
I've
So,
noticed
like,
that
if I
intermittent
come
fasting
home,
really works well for men, especially too. I've noticed that.
What do you think?
I don't know. I hear it more from men. Like that.
I think it's also because like we're supposed to be ice age shit. We're hunting. We're like, all right, let's fucking go. Where's the next piece of food? Come over, you know. That's why
women are just like fat and fucking.
I mean, we have to focus on finding the food, so that's why it works for us.
Yeah.
We're getting used to not eating and shit.
I don't know.
And also, just like it's always in the hips for the guys,
What do you mean? Always in the hips?
or at least for me. That's where I store fat in my hips.
Yeah, we fucking store fat everywhere. We look at a pretzel and we're like, great, I gained 2 pounds.
Women?
Yes. Sucks. You don't even get it. You don't even know.
Oh no, yeah, but come on, guys, we have to worry about so many different parts.
Like what? What?
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean? What? We gotta worry about the calves. We gotta sometimes worry about the thighs if we're in freaking short shorts. Sometimes pop it up right here. I'm in short shorts. You gotta worry about the abs.
Once a
You
month.
gotta worry about the pecs and the shoulders
we gain
and
10
the back.
pounds. Once a month we gain 10 pounds just for the
Yeah, but then
fuck
don't
of
you
it.
like bleed it all out
Do you imagine though if you just gain 10 pounds overnight?
from eating a lot or just
No,
from existing?
just being a man. Do you imagine?
That
You just
sucked.
woke up. Yeah, thank you.
Well, then I wouldn't eat that day though. To be honest, just getting back to my point.
I'm gonna light you on
wouldn't.
fire.
I would think that it is easier for men to fast for longer periods of time because women need to keep a certain amount of fat on their body for children per se.
Yeah. But I also, I don't know. I've noticed I just couldn't like deal with humans while fasting, so I had to like tailor it to be like, because I can like get through being hungry during sets. You know what I'm saying? Because
And also, do you feel like your mind is clearer though?
yes, yeah,
Just
So I, like,
crazy.
stop.
People, I don't know if people believe that.
I know because it's. I think people are afraid of being hungry. It's not a comfortable feeling.
It's terrible.
It's yeah.
If you can
They're
control,
like, you guys should do this straight.
If you can
I'm
control what
angry.
you eat, apparently they say you can control anything.
Really?
Which I think like being so shredded and thin,
Yeah.
where like I really felt like I was at the top of my fitness game.
Yeah.
You're so fucking hungry.
Yeah.
Like almost all the time.
yeah.
Wake up, you're hungry. And going to sleep is some of the hardest, but that's the hardest part
Yes.
when fasting is going to
Yes.
sleep.
Yeah.
Hungry.
Yeah. But yeah, I noticed once I think that's why I was able to quit drinking pretty easily because I was already on like the fasting train and like the diet train and all that. I was already so strict about what I ate because I was going through health issues. I was like, oh, letting go of one more thing is not that bad.
Alcohol, I think, affects your appetite too. Like, I can't tell you how many times I will wake up hungover and just be like, all right, I'm super hungry. I'm going to get a bagel.
Yeah,
It
of
just like
course.
changes your whole day. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about
And at
alcohol.
night.
Like,
Yeah, like if
coming
I'm
home,
drunk,
eating
I'm
a
like
pizza or something.
Pizza only. And
Well, I guess being
Someone's like,
vegan
"You want
sometimes
celery?"
it's
I'm like,
good for me. I
"Pizza."
just like stuff my face with fruit.
Yeah.
Like, or sometimes I'll get the vegan pizza.
I was like on a crazy unhealthy health kick in college where it's like, it was like borderline anorexia, but I would like have 18 vodka sodas because no calories.
Oh my God,
And then
literally me too.
And then I would come home and have brown rice. And I was like, so everyone's like,
Jesus.
oh, I had like, 18 pizzas. And I was like, I had brown rice and oatmeal. And everyone's like,
Were you in a sorority?
no, thank God. I couldn't be in a sorority. I already feel like such a weirdo. I feel like in a sorority, if they're like, we need to sing songs, I'd be like, okay.
Did you have a good time in college?
Not really.
And you stayed there all 4 years, though?
I forced my way out a semester early.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you about to transfer or no?
No. Actually, I was seriously considering it to NYU, and then
Oh,
they were
man,
like,
you should have done it.
no, one, money,
Okay.
two,
Yeah, very expensive.
two, and my sister went to NYU, and she's like, don't ever go. They take everything from you. Two.
Wait, what does she mean by that before
Money.
you do two? Yeah, because it's like $60,000.
Yeah. It's crazy. And they don't do, everyone pays that, right? It's not like in-state, right? Like,
No, because it's a private university.
Yeah,
So
right.
any private schools don't do it in state.
but now they're doing free medical school.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Whatever. They probably up the tuition for everyone else to get
yeah. Free medical school for them.
Yeah.
For the Indians and Asians.
Yeah.
That wasn't racist. I could say that. There's a lot of Indians and Asians.
Yes, because they're very smart and work hard, and their parents are like,
Nice. Let's go. Good save.
No, it's true.
Sure.
It's true. Oh my God. Parents of immigrant parents are like, I don't care. White parents are like, you're like you said, like they're just like, they would like loved you so much. They're like, whatever
my
you
mom.
want to do.
I remember my mom was like in denial that I had smoked weed. Teddy doesn't smoke weed.
Teddy.
Like talking to other parents.
But yeah, y'all should intermittent fast and be really miserable, just like us.
I think cutting the drinking back was the key for us.
Yes.
Because I used to drink all the time.
Right.
I'm talking
Do you not
3
anymore?
or 4 days a week. Now I do like every 4 to 6 weeks. But like when
Okay.
I drink, I'll have 5 or 6 drinks. So I'll
Like
get after
howl
it.
out the moon. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
I
think
usually
I
will not feel
honestly-
well the next day.
Yeah. I do. And does it affect your mood at all though?
Sometimes the next day,
Yeah,
I'll feel
okay.
cloudy and aggravated type.
Yeah.
And then if I try and fast while being hungover,
Oh.
it's so hard.
No, it's like that's how you get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body's like,
Totally.
you can't punish me. Yeah.
Like that was, I remember there was probably a 3-month span during the pandemic where I hadn't drinking at all. And then one day I was fasting and I started to drink and it was just like, I went in and I ate the entire
Oh,
birthday
yeah.
cake of my sister.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Like I don't
So then
even
you're like
remember it. And I was like,
sugar
fuck,
and
there was an egg in
alcohol?
there. Yeah.
Oh no.
I know. I saw this Mr. Softy report on YouTube, the YouTube freaking wormhole.
Here we go.
Any reporter.
Brought to you by YouTube.
Yeah, any reporter shenanigans with people who are bad businessmen, I just like got in the wormhole
Yep.
of. And I saw that this guy was going around to Mr. Softy like trucks.
Yeah.
And he was taking a sample of each ice cream and seeing how much E. coli was in it. And it was insane to watch. Like some of these people who own street vending machines or
Oh, yeah,
whatever
no.
it is, just I don't
It
do a good job
always-
washing.
It
whatever they need
always
to wash.
do you know I probably in the span of like really hustling in Manhattan and stuff, like probably like 5 to 10 times where people have been like, I got really sick, and it's like, what'd you have? Shawarma. And it's like,
But I don't understand why the health code is not the same between like restaurants and street vendors.
there's probably like a
There's huge disconnect. I imagine.
yeah like a loophole or something. And I'm not saying, but I just like, it's like but then always the follow-up is like, but I eat there all the time. And I'm like, it just takes one time, like, and you're done. Ew, Mr. Softy though, that's gnarly.
Yeah, and my mom used to say that Mr. Softy doesn't wash his hands. I guess you were right, Mom.
My mom used to never let me take from the free. Did you ever go to Chinese food restaurants and they had the free mints at the door? It was like a
Yeah, with
tub
the-
of
with the
mints.
spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would be like,
Homeless people would touch it. Yeah. My mom would say that.
don't touch the homeless people mints. My mom was like, they achoo, want a mint? And I'm
Yeah.
like, Ma. And now I can't have those mints. Also, those mints just don't exist anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
You don't have
R.I.P. to those mints.
Yeah, I used to work at the Grand Central Oyster Bar, and with every like thing, you get a little thing of oyster crackers. All right, little pack. But they said the oyster crackers used to come in like a big vat of just like. I'm like, people just oyster
Yeah, stick your
crackers.
hands in there.
Gnarly.
Damn. How long did you work at that restaurant?
5 years. Worst 5 years of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because you were working in a restaurant
Owner
or
was
things that
insane.
happened?
I don't care.
Right,
I hope
right.
she comes after me. She'll
Yeah.
probably kill me.
Is that place even open still? Probably not. That's
It's
a tough place to own
Dude,
a
but
restaurant.
that place has been there for like it like was built with the Grand Central.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it was like, and here will be the Grand Central Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's definitely been there for a while. I remember Michael Jordan's Steakhouse isn't there anymore, though. He moved
That's
out,
right.
which is crazy.
He was making money.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't.
Stick
but I thought
to
he
the
would have liked it for
sneakers.
the brand. I thought he would have kept it.
Yeah. Does he have any other restaurants? Probably. We just
Yeah,
don't know about
probably.
him.
Yeah, out in Chicago or wherever. Rachel, this
Hey.
was a great episode.
This was so much fun.
So let's talk about what you have planned coming up in 2023, and let us know your Instagram, please.
Okay, my Instagram is Rachel Williams, the R and the W switch, so it sounds like Rachel Williams. I can't say it out loud. I wish it went with something like Ted Jones Comedy.
It's
World.
Ted Jones World, not
Ted
Ted Jones
Jones.
Comedy. So you wish it was like
Jesus, look
Ted
how
Jones World.
upset you
it's
are
the
with
brain,
me.
girl. I didn't mean to sound so upset. That was rude. I apologize.
He does. He doesn't care. You can follow me on Instagram. I post all my shows. I perform probably close to every night. So just follow me. High five. And was that what you were going for?
Well, that was I was gonna go with high five, handshake.
Oh, okay. High fives only in this family. Jones Mysteries. And I'm probably going to come out with like a YouTube series soon, but it's like still in the ether. It's not falling down yet.
How do you
but it's
mean
coming.
serious? Like sketches?
No, like I want it to be like a talking face, like podcast / news type thing.
Like you at the desk?
Yeah. And then like I call on people, like a Chelsea Handler type thing.
Do
Just
it.
have fun.
Do it.
Oh, I will.
Rachel, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on the
you,
podcast.
Mr.
This
Ted
was a great
Jones.
time. Guys, catch Rachel on
you
the
all.
Ted Jones Comedy Show Thursday, February 9th, 8 p.m.
Free
Check the
tickets
link
to all the
in this
hotties.
YouTube video. You're going to have to ask her for those free tickets. All right? We'll see you guys next time. Peace.